All right, get ready to dive into some seriously strange interview questions.
Oh, yeah.
You guys sent us this YouTube video
Uh-huh.
from How to Become. It's got 5 of these real head scratchers
Yeah.
that employers are, actually using out there.
Right.
And these aren't your typical, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses.
No.
This is different.
Totally different.
And the thing that is so fascinating about this is that they're, designed to go deeper
They are.
than a standard interview.
Absolutely.
It's like they're mental puzzles to show how you think,
Yeah.
how you solve problems,
Right.
how you handle pressure,
Mm-hmm.
which are all essential for a project manager
Yeah.
or, frankly, anyone navigating the modern world.
Exactly.
Or trying to see behind the curtain.
Yes.
How does your brain actually work?
That's it.
So you ready for the first one?
Hit me.
It's called the flower bouquet.
Okay.
Honestly, the first time I heard this one,
Yeah.
I think my brain wilted.
I can imagine.
It sounds so deceptively simple,
Yeah.
but it's clever.
It is.
It's designed to test those analytical skills.
Absolutely.
So imagine you're in the hot seat, you're feeling good,
Okay.
you think you aced those first couple questions,
Right.
and then hit you with this. Imagine you have a bouquet of several flowers.
Okay.
All but 2 of these flowers are daffodils.
Okay.
All but 2 are sunflower.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, all but 2 are roses. How many flowers are in your bouquet altogether?
Wow.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I think I accidentally wandered into a botany exam.
It's definitely meant to make you stop and think.
Yeah.
The wording's tricky,
Yeah.
but that's the point. It's like a real project management scenario, right?
Yeah.
You're bombarded with information from all sides,
Yeah.
stakeholders with their demands, deadlines.
Yeah.
You got to be able to cut through the noise
Right.
and figure out what really matters.
Get to the facts. So how do we dissect this floral conundrum?
Right.
How do we even start?
You got to break down each statement logically.
Okay.
So when it says all but 2 are daffodils, what's it really saying?
Hmm.
It's saying that 2 flowers are not daffodils.
Okay.
So those other 2 flowers have to be.
A sunflower and a rose.
Exactly.
Oh.
And that pattern, it's true for the other statements too.
So it's like all but 2 are sunflowers.
Yep.
Meaning those other 2 must be a daffodil and a rose.
You got it.
Okay, so it's like a code
It is.
where the but 2 is giving you the answer.
That's the key.
It's not about the flowers.
Nope.
It's about deduction.
Pure logic.
So once you see that,
Yeah,
it becomes pretty clear.
it does.
You just have 3 flowers.
That's it.
1 daffodil, 1 sunflower, 1 rose.
3 flowers.
So it's a way to see if you can cut through all that noise
Yeah,
and find that core information,
exactly.
just like a project manager has to do,
All the time.
with a million moving parts.
Absolutely.
Okay, next one. This one involves a lot of trees.
Oh, boy.
Get ready for some exponential growth.
Okay.
All right, here's the question. Suppose you start with an empty field and plant a single tree. If the quantity of trees doubles each day, and by the 30th day, the field is completely filled with trees, on which day was the field only half full?
Wow.
This one plays on our tendency to think, linearly.
It does.
You know,
Yeah.
like slow and steady wins the race.
Right.
But it's more like slow and steady and then, bam, overrun with trees.
Yeah. Exponential growth sneaks up on you.
Exactly.
It's a good reminder that even small changes
Yeah.
can have massive results over time.
So how do we crack this tree code?
Well, think about it this way.
Hmm?
If the field is full L on day 30
Yeah.
and the trees are doubling every day,
Yeah.
then on day 29.
It must have been half full.
Exactly.
It's like a reverse time-lapse video of a forest,
I like that.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what's the bigger takeaway?
It highlights understanding exponential growth,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't just some math concept.
Right.
It's like a fundamental principle.
It really is.
It governs so much of our world.
Yeah.
Finance, technology, population growth, even like how information spreads online.
It's true. I remember when I first started investing,
Uh-huh.
I was like, this is so slow.
Right.
But then suddenly, bam, it doubled.
There it is.
The same principle.
It is.
So as a project manager, understanding these trends,
Yeah.
that can be crucial
It can.
for making decisions and predicting outcomes.
For sure.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Hit me.
This is a classic riddle.
Oh, good.
I absolutely love this one.
Okay.
This one involves light bulbs and switches.
All right.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
In a scenario where room A contains 3 light switches and room B contains 3 light bulbs, and you're permitted to enter room B only once, what strategy would you use to accurately determine which switch controls each light bulb? So you're in room A
Okay.
with the 3 switches.
Yeah.
You got to figure out which one controls which bulb, but you can't go back and forth between the rooms.
Oh, that's tricky.
This feels like an escape room challenge.
It does.
Only one shot.
Right.
The pressure is on.
It is.
How do we crack this light bulb code?
This one's about thinking outside the box, literally.
Right.
You've got to use all the information available.
Yeah.
And that includes not just light, but heat as well.
Okay, so we can't just rely on seeing if the bulb is on or off.
Right.
We have to factor in heat.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here's what you do.
All right.
You flip switch number 1 on
Okay.
and leave it on for a few minutes.
Okay, let it heat up.
Yep, to let that bulb heat up.
Gotcha.
Then switch 1 off, flip switch 2 on, and leave switch 3 off.
Okay, so one bulb is on, one's off but warm, one's untouched.
Exactly.
Now what?
Now, deep breath, you enter room B. You immediately know which bulb is connected to switch 2.
Because it's on.
It's on.
Easy. But what about the other 2?
Ah, that's where the heat comes in.
Right.
The bulb that's off but warm. That's switch 1 because it was on before.
Oh.
And the remaining cold, unlit bulb.
That's switch 3, the one we never touched.
You got it.
Wow.
You basically turn the light bulb itself into a clue
It is.
using its heat
Yeah.
as a marker.
That's brilliant.
It is clever.
But what's the real world, application here?
What are we really learning about the skills a project manager needs?
Yeah.
It's resourcefulness
Okay.
and adaptability.
Right.
A good project manager needs to solve problems with whatever tools and information are available,
Yeah.
even when those resources are limited.
Like unconventional thinking.
Exactly. Thinking creatively within constraints.
Finding solutions that other people might miss.
That's it.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about the answer.
Nope.
It's about how you think.
It's the thought process.
Showing that thought process.
That's what they want to see.
Thinking critically and creatively.
Exactly.
Ready for the next one?
Lay it on me.
All right. This is a linguistic logic puzzle.
Ooh.
It's all about vowel pricing.
Vowel pricing.
This one always makes me smile.
All right.
It's deceptively simple.
Yeah.
It really tests that pattern recognition.
Interesting.
Okay, so here's the setup. If a pen costs $20, a printer costs $40,
Yeah.
and a piano costs $60, under the same conditions, how much does a radio cost?
Okay.
It seems like there's not enough information,
Yeah.
right?
There's no formula.
Yeah,
No obvious connection between the objects.
right.
So what do you think?
Well, initially I was like, is this some kind of market analysis?
Mhm.
Do I need to think about supply and demand?
Right.
But I have a feeling it's more wordplay than economics.
You're on the right track. The source actually points out that there could be multiple ways to interpret this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they kind of emphasize one solution,
Okay.
and it's all about the vowels.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you saying the price is based on the number of vowels?
Exactly.
In the word.
In the word.
Okay, so a pen, 1 vowel, $20.
Uh-huh.
Printer, 2 vowels, $40.
Yep.
Piano, 3 vowels, $60.
That's it.
I never would have seen that.
Clever, right?
That's so clever.
It is.
So a radio with 3 vowels would also cost $60.
Exactly.
It's like a code
It is.
hidden in plain sight.
And that's what the interviewer is looking for.
Yeah.
Can you spot those hidden patterns?
Right.
Can you think differently?
Yeah.
Can you come up with creative solutions that other people overlook?
Right. And it's not about knowing the right answer.
No.
It's showing that you're flexible and adaptable.
Absolutely.
This one really highlights not getting stuck in your usual way of thinking.
It does.
You know?
It's about being open to different perspectives,
Yeah.
challenging assumptions.
man.
Sometimes the most obvious answer isn't the right one.
That's true.
And it's the people who think outside the box who excel.
So true. All right, you ready for the last one?
Get me.
Okay.
What have we got?
This one takes us from flowers and trees
All right.
to sheep.
Sheep.
A lot of sheep.
Oh, boy.
Okay, the question is, how would you calculate how many sheep there are in Great Britain?
Whoa.
It's a big question.
That's a big one.
Literally.
It
You
is.
can't exactly count them one by one.
No.
Okay.
So how do you even approach that?
This feels different.
Yeah.
It's not a puzzle with like a clear answer.
It's not.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a way of thinking.
Exactly.
I'm feeling a little lost, to be honest.
I bet.
How do we even begin to approach something this fast?
It's what's known as a Fermi problem.
Okay.
It's a classic thought experiment. You're tasked with estimating this seemingly impossible number,
Yeah.
using limited information and logical assumptions.
Okay.
Think of it like mental map making.
Right.
You start with what you know,
Uh-huh.
and you use that to navigate towards a plausible answer.
So it's not about getting the exact number.
Nope.
It's about demonstrating that thought process.
Exactly.
I like that.
It is a good one.
So where do we begin?
Well, you start with a reasonable guess.
Okay.
Think about the land area of Great Britain.
Okay.
How much of that is suitable grazing land?
Right.
And then how many sheep could you reasonably fit per acre of that grazing land?
So you start with something concrete,
You do.
like sheep per acre,
Yeah,
and then extrapolate outward.
exactly.
But wouldn't that give us a ridiculously high number?
It would.
Considering not all of Great Britain is dedicated to sheep farming.
Exactly. You got to factor in adjustments.
Okay.
How many sheep are raised for other purposes?
Right.
What about seasonal variations? Yeah.
Urban areas. It's about creating a plausible range,
Right.
not finding the perfect answer.
So it's like building a model
Yeah.
based on these reasonable assumptions.
Right.
And then refining it
Exactly.
as you get more info.
Yeah.
It's about making those educated guesses,
Mm-hmm.
justifying your reasoning,
Right.
and showing that you can think strategically
Absolutely.
even when it seems impossible.
That's it.
And that's a skill that's valuable,
It is.
especially in fast-paced environments where you don't have perfect data.
You rarely do.
Project managers are always making decisions with incomplete information.
Right.
It's about being able to make those estimations,
Yeah.
think critically,
Uh-huh.
and justify your approach.
For sure.
All right, we tackled all 5.
We did.
My brain feels like it went through a mental obstacle course
I bet.
in the best way possible.
Good.
I'm exhausted but energized.
Me too.
What about you? Yeah, it's fascinating to see how these questions can reveal so much about a candidate's thinking.
It's like a mental x-ray,
It is.
showing those cognitive processes.
Absolutely.
But what stood out to you
Yeah.
as like the most important takeaway?
I think the overarching theme is adaptability and mental agility.
Okay.
These questions aren't about finding the right answer,
Yeah.
but demonstrating how you think,
Right.
how you approach challenges,
Right.
how you adapt to unexpected situations.
Yeah.
Showcasing your ability to think critically, creatively, resourcefully.
Which are essential not just for project management,
No.
but in any fields where things are complex and uncertain.
Absolutely.
It's like a reminder that the world is constantly changing, and being able to adapt
Yeah.
is key to not just surviving,
Yeah.
but thriving.
Absolutely.
But we've only just scratched the surface here.
We have.
In the next part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
we're going to explore even deeper implications.
Right.
What do these questions reveal about how work itself is changing?
That's a good one.
What can you, as a potential candidate, learn from them? We'll be back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. I hope your brain is ready for round 2, because we're about to dive even deeper into these weird interview questions.
All right, we decoded those puzzles,
Yeah.
but I'm curious about the why.
Okay.
Why are companies asking these head scratchers?
Right.
What are they really trying to uncover
Yeah.
about you, the candidate?
Yeah.
Is it some secret society initiation?
Okay, maybe not a secret society,
Okay.
but they are looking for something.
Okay.
Think about it. It's not enough to just have the qualifications
Yeah.
on paper anymore.
Right.
The world of work is changing.
Fast.
So fast.
And companies need people who can think on their feet,
Yeah.
solve problems creatively,
Right?
adapt to unexpected challenges.
Exactly.
It's like those job descriptions that say, must be comfortable with ambiguity.
Yes.
But how do you test for that
Right.
in a traditional interview?
You can't.
That's where these weird questions come in.
They do.
It's like they're little simulations.
Yeah.
Mental stress tests
Exists.
to see how you operate under pressure.
That's it.
Remember that flower bouquet question?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about botany.
Nope.
It was about showing you could sift through all that info and get to the facts,
Yes.
just like a project manager has to.
All the time.
When they've got all these stakeholders with all these demands.
Absolutely.
And the doubling trees question
Yeah.
wasn't just math.
Nope.
It was about recognizing those patterns.
Yes.
Understanding exponential growth,
Exactly.
which is relevant in so many fields.
Oh, yeah.
Finance,
Uh-huh.
technology,
Yep.
even predicting like project timelines.
It is.
So they want to see if you can connect those dots.
Yeah.
See the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
And those light bulbs
Oh, yeah.
and switches, pure resourcefulness,
It was.
creative problem solving.
In action.
Can you think beyond the obvious
Yeah.
and use what you've got in a new way?
Exactly.
That's gold.
It is.
And the val pricing,
Uh-huh.
straight up pattern recognition.
It was.
Right.
Yep.
Like, can you see the code
Yeah.
hidden in plain sight?
That's it.
Can you think differently?
Yeah.
Come up with solutions others might miss.
Exactly.
That's valuable in any field where you need innovation.
Absolutely.
And then that sheep question.
Oh, yeah.
It was all about estimations
It was.
with limited data.
Yeah.
Building that model based on your assumptions and justifying your approach.
Absolutely.
Something project managers do all the time.
All the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Making decisions with incomplete information.
Yeah.
And having the confidence to say why you did what you did.
Exactly.
So it's not about the right answer.
Nope.
It's showcasing that thought process.
It is.
That you can think critically,
Yeah.
adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively.
For sure.
But this raises a question for our listener.
Yeah.
What can you do
Right.
to prepare for these curveball questions?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
Honestly, I think the best advice is to shift your mindset.
Okay.
Don't approach them like a test you need to pass
Yeah.
with the correct answer.
Okay.
See them as an opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
Show off your thinking skills.
Right.
Demonstrate how your brain works.
Turn it into a game.
Exactly.
A mental puzzle you're excited to solve.
That's it.
Embrace the ambiguity.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions.
Ask away.
And most importantly,
Yeah.
think out loud.
Yes.
Walk them through it.
Yes.
Even if you're not sure if you're getting it right.
Right.
What they're interested in is seeing how you think, how
Exactly.
you approach a challenge, and how you communicate your ideas.
That's it.
So it's not about memorizing answers
Right.
or trying to, like, predict every possible question.
Right.
It's about developing that mental framework for problem solving,
Yeah.
a toolkit.
Yeah, like a set of strategies
Yeah.
that you can apply to anything.
And don't underestimate the power of enthusiasm
Oh, yeah.
and a positive attitude.
Absolutely.
Even if you're struggling,
Yeah.
show them that you're engaged,
Yeah.
that you're curious, that you're willing to learn.
It goes a long way.
It really does.
It does.
So it's like seeing these questions as a chance to showcase your personality,
Yeah.
your adaptability, ability to think on your feet.
Absolutely.
But here's what I find fascinating.
What's that?
What does this trend tell us about how work itself is changing?
Ooh, good question.
What skills are even more essential in today's world?
That's a great question. It gets to the heart of what makes this topic so relevant.
Yeah.
The world of work is changing at an unprecedented pace.
And it's being driven by so many things.
It is.
Technology, globalization, the increasing complexity of the problems that we're facing.
Absolutely.
The old rules don't apply anymore.
They don't.
It's like that saying, the only constant is change.
Yeah.
But now the pace of change is, like, accelerating.
It is.
Exponentially. Like those trees.
Like those trees.
So that traditional model of education
Yeah.
and employment, where you learn specific skills and then you apply them throughout your career,
Yeah.
that's becoming outdated.
It is.
So what's replacing it?
Right.
What are those essential skills that will help us navigate this new world?
We're seeing a shift towards what are often called 21st century skills.
Okay.
Things like critical thinking,
Mm-hmm.
problem solving, creativity, communication, collaboration, adaptability, resilience.
These are all things that are harder to teach
They are.
in a traditional classroom. It's more about how you think
It is.
than about specific knowledge.
It is about how you approach challenges,
Right.
not just what you know.
It's about being a lifelong learner.
Yes.
Someone who's constantly adapting,
Yeah.
evolving, seeking out new knowledge and skills.
Exactly.
Being comfortable with ambiguity
Yeah.
and uncertainty, and thriving in those environments where the rules are constantly changing.
That's it.
It's about being what some people call a T-shaped individual.
I like that.
So you have that depth of knowledge in a specific area,
The vertical bar of the T.
but then you also have this broad range of skills and interests
Yeah.
that allows you to collaborate across disciplines and adapt to new challenges.
The horizontal bar of the T.
I love that visual.
That's a good one.
So it's not just about being a specialist.
Right.
It's being able to connect those dots,
Yeah.
see the bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
and apply your knowledge and skills in different contexts.
That's it.
And that's where these weird interview questions come in.
You do.
They're trying to figure out if you have those qualities,
Exactly.
those T-shaped qualities,
Yeah.
those 21st century skills
Uh-huh.
that are so essential for success.
They are.
So it's not just about getting the job.
No?
It's about developing those skills.
Yeah.
That mindset.
Yeah.
That will set you up for success.
Absolutely. In any field.
In any field.
So these questions are a reminder
Yeah.
that learning is a lifelong journey.
It is.
And the ability to adapt and evolve and think critically,
Yeah.
that's what sets you apart.
It does.
Okay, so we've covered a lot in this section.
Yes.
From why they're asking these questions to how work itself is changing.
Yeah.
But there's one more piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
How can we, as individuals, stay ahead of the curve
Right.
in this rapidly changing world?
Yeah.
What can we actually do
That's the question, isn't it?
to cultivate those skills
Mm-hmm.
and thrive? Yeah?
In this new era.
That's what we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay. Awesome.
We'll delve into some practical strategies,
Right.
actionable advice, inspiring examples
I love it.
to help you unlock your potential.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to our deep dive into weird interview questions. We decoded the puzzles, we explored the why behind them, and now it's time to get practical. How can you use this knowledge to your advantage? How can you level up your thinking skills and thrive in this crazy, ever-changing world?
You know, it's funny. These questions, they might seem like these bizarre brain teasers designed to make you sweat, but they actually point to something really profound about the future of work and learning.
Oh, yeah.
We're moving away from that world that valued just memorizing stuff, narrow expertise,
Right.
toward one that prizes adaptability, critical thinking, and the ability to just constantly learn and evolve.
It's like those interview questions. They're like a microcosm of the challenges we face in the real world.
Exactly.
Unexpected problems, limited information. You know,
Yeah.
you got to think on your feet, come up with creative solutions.
That's it.
It's not just about landing the job.
No,
It's about becoming a more effective thinker, a more adaptable human.
absolutely. So let's talk practical steps.
Okay.
Where do you even begin to cultivate these skills?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to become that agile, adaptable thinker?
Yeah. It can feel overwhelming.
It can.
Like, okay, I need to become a super learner, but where's the instruction manual?
Right.
Right.
Well, I don't have a literal manual,
Okay.
but I do have some strategies
Okay.
that have worked for me and others I've mentored.
Right.
First and foremost, embrace curiosity.
Okay.
Make an effort to learn something new every day,
Yeah.
even if it's tiny, outside your usual interests.
That's building a mental gym for your brain, right?
Exactly.
The more you expose yourself to new ideas and information and ways of thinking, the stronger those mental muscles become.
That's it. Read widely,
Mm-hmm.
listen to podcasts
Sources.
like this one,
This one.
engage in conversations with people who have different perspectives, take online courses, attend workshops, explore hobbies.
Yeah, the possibilities are pretty endless.
They are. And don't forget, play and experimentation.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those breakthroughs, they come from just messing around, trying things out, seeing what happens.
Right.
And here's a crucial piece of advice.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to fail.
Oh, easier said than done for a lot of people.
I know, but embrace failure
Okay.
as a necessary part of the process.
See it as feedback.
Exactly.
Right.
Data to help you refine your approach.
Instead of a setback.
Every mistake, it's an opportunity to learn and grow.
Especially with creativity and innovation.
Oh, absolutely. Failure's your best friend.
It's like that Thomas Edison quote. I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
Exactly. So embrace those moments when you don't get it right the first time.
Yeah.
Analyze what went wrong, adjust, try again.
Build resilience.
Build resilience.
Right.
Develop those mental calluses.
So you can keep going when things get tough.
That's it.
Okay, so we talked about curiosity, embracing failure, expanding your horizons. What else? What other practical tips?
Here's one that really helps me. Practice articulating your thought process.
Okay.
When you're working on a problem, talk yourself through it, even if it's just in your head.
Why is that so valuable?
It forces you to slow down,
Okay.
become more aware of your thinking.
Right.
You start to notice those moments where you jump to conclusions or make assumptions,
Yeah.
get stuck in a rut. And once you're aware of those, you can change them.
Okay.
To become more deliberate, strategic, intentional.
It's like developing that metacognitive awareness.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
Being able to observe your own thinking,
Mm-hmm.
make adjustments.
Exactly. And that translates directly to those interview questions. If you can articulate your thought process, even if you're not sure of the answer, you're demonstrating that critical thinking.
That's what they're looking for.
That's what they want to see. And one final tip, this is about creating the right environment for growth.
Right.
Surround yourself with people who challenge your assumptions.
Okay.
Ask thought-provoking questions.
Yeah.
Encourage you to think differently.
It's like building a support network, a community of learners
Exactly.
to help you grow. It could be your colleagues, your friends, your family, online communities, mentorship groups.
Find those people who inspire you
To think bigger.
to push your boundaries.
Become a better version of yourself.
And remember, this is ongoing.
Oh, yeah.
There's no finish line.
Right.
It's a continuous process.
Constant exploration.
But that's what makes it exciting.
It's true. It's like we're all explorers,
Yeah.
venturing into uncharted territory,
Exactly.
constantly learning, adapting, evolving.
And those weird interview questions, as strange as they seem,
Yeah.
they're a reflection of that. They're a reminder that the world needs people who think differently, who can solve those complex problems, who can adapt.
So well said. And I think we've covered a lot today.
I think we have.
From decoding those brain teasers to really exploring what this means for the future of work and learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious, what's the one thing you want our listener to take away?
You know, we talked about adaptability, critical thinking, embracing failure.
Yeah.
I think it boils down to this. Don't underestimate the power of your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
We all have that capacity for incredible creativity, problem solving, resilience.
Right.
It's about cultivating those skills,
Yeah.
challenging our assumptions, embracing that journey.
Yeah.
So my challenge to the listener is this. What's that one seemingly impossible goal or dream you've always held on to? What's that one problem that feels unsolvable? Approach it with fresh eyes, willingness to experiment, and the belief that you can find a solution.
What a fantastic way to end our deep dive.
Hmm.
It's a reminder that we all have that potential for greatness. And sometimes it takes unconventional thinking and perseverance to unlock it. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to embrace the weird.